Canada is helping to finance two new nuclear reactors in Romania to help diminish Russia's ability to use its energy exports as a weapon. Canadian Energy Minister Jonathan Wilkinson signed the $3 billion deal with his Romanian counterpart, Sebastian Berduha, in Ottawa this week. The Canadian financing is limited to what Romania's nuclear operator spends to buy equipment and expertise from Canadian companies. Mr. Berduha says that the deal is partly about climate change. Now, this is because it would help ease Romania's need to burn coal to make electricity. Romania is in talks to share with other countries in the region to ease their reliance on Russia as well. Well, joining us now to unpack the significance of this deal further is Dr. Emil Penzaru, international relations and political theory expert. He joins us from Romania. Doctor, welcome to Forum Daily.
Hello, and thank you for having me on.
So, can you walk us through this up to $3 billion deal by the Canadian government and Romania and what it entails?
Sure. So to give your listeners an idea of what's going on, the agreement means that Canada will loan about $3 billion to Romania's state nuclear energy company, which is called Nucleare Electrica, run by the Romanian Ministry of Energy, to help build two state-of-the-art CANDU 6 nuclear units at Cernavodă, which is in the southeastern part of Romania, roughly. It's important to mention that that actually comes in addition to two existing nuclear units, also at Cernavodă, which were built in collaboration with Canada with CANDU technology in 1996 and 2007. So this is really the continuation of a partnership. And in terms of what it entails, the money will go towards Canadian companies and workers helping to actually bring their expertise and their supply to the project. So that means around 200 Canadian companies will bid to secure the contracts to supply this deal, which is of course a big deal for Canadian workers and Canadian industry. And in fact, the deal is $7 billion in total. So Canada is getting this benefit at a fraction of the actual project's cost, which will be covered also partially by the Romanian government, by the US, and by the EU. So all in all, that's a win-win, both for Romania and for Canada.
All right, sir. Now, considering the operations at these two new CANDU facilities are set to begin by 2032, and this whole initiative is to tackle Russia's dominance in the energy sector, how much of an impact would this initiative have on Russia's war in Ukraine right now and its current use of energy as a weapon?
Sure, it's actually pretty important because it helps ensure that Romania will be a net electricity exporter for the next couple of years, meaning that Romania can help Ukraine and also Moldova keep their lights on. We already know that Russia is targeting Ukraine's energy infrastructure again during the war. So this will help Romania provide an emergency energy supply to Ukraine. And also, we know that Moldova is completely 100% dependent on imports in terms of gas and electricity from other countries because it has its own power plant production in Transnistria. So now Romania would be able to supply 90% of Moldova's electricity, supply Ukraine with electricity, and also be a net electricity exporter at the same time because it's still below Romania's electricity consumption now and for future demand.
All right, sir. So as you mentioned, Romania is planning to share some of this electricity with Ukraine. What other countries is Romania in talks with in regards to sharing this additional energy?
As I mentioned, Moldova, who is our closest country with deep cultural ties, is definitely on the list. But we need to remember that at this signing of the agreement between Canada and the US, you had the ambassadors of Ukraine, but also the ambassador of Ukraine, but also the ambassadors of Poland and Finland too. So other countries recognize the importance of this energy deal in terms of Romania and Canada's regional partnerships, and will surely be able to benefit from this in the future. Romania is already the EU's second largest natural gas exporter. It could well be one of Europe's most important electricity suppliers in Eastern Europe as well.
All right, sir, just a quick 20 seconds left here, but let's end this interview with what we know so far about Russia's response to this announcement.
So far, we haven't heard anything. We know that Russia is deeply invested in this area of energy infrastructure. It's not just natural gas for them. It's the fact that they are responsible for building 42 nuclear power stations throughout the world, 15 of them under construction. We know countries like Hungary are already have a deal with Rosatom, with the Russia's state nuclear agency for the Pact 2 nuclear energy site, which means that essentially Rosatom is responsible for the maintenance of half of all of Hungary's energy production and around a third of all of Hungary's energy consumption. So that can be good news for Russia that one country in the region is bucking this trend.
All right, Dr. Panzaru, thank you again for joining us today on Forum Daily.
Thank you very much for having me.